CCW fans, welcome to CCW Insider. I am your CCW correspondent, Tyler Cashmere. And as you can see, solo dolo for today. Sorry for the delay. That's what happened. It is the BizCliz. Things happen, but we're going to keep on with CCW Insider. We're trying to pump them out every week right here on the socials, on the YouTubes. But actually, I see someone has joined here. We'll get to that. We actually have a guest today, a special guest host. But, CCW is coming off such a big week with Conquer Kissimmee 23, Havoc and Hayes 2. And we're just rolling into this next week because, the last territory just doesn't stop. And Insider doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if guests cancel, if people work you. It doesn't matter because we got Insider. And fans, I did think I was going to run solo dolo here, but no. We have the man of the hour, the guest of honor. He is the leader of the pack. He is always on top. He is a raw dog. No. He is the raw dog. It is Fair Rojas. Fair, thank you for joining me on Insider. I was getting lonely, but look at that.
You know what, Casimir? That might have been one of the greatest, in all honesty, one of the most truthful introductions I think I've ever had in the history of my career.
Well, welcome to Insider, brother. It's nothing but the truth.
Thank you for having me to Insider. Right now I'm nursing a bit of a foot injury. I have nothing to do except lounge in front of my beachfront apartment. So I said, you know what? Let me not only help my good friend Tyler Cashmere, one of the voices of CCW, but let me also, I'll consider this charity to our fans at CCW. So, a double whammy here.
I mean, on behalf of all the CCW fans, I'd like to thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you mentioned you're at your beach house. Which one? I know you got like 3 different ones. How many now? 4?
Right now, yeah, we have a lot of seasonal residencies and we kind of like to bounce from place to place whenever, I'm not wrestling or being a big entertainment star. Right now we're in Deerfield Beach, right in front of the beach, right? It's not the prettiest day today. I wanted to do this poolside, but the weather's looking kind of crummy. So, but yes, today we are in the Deerfield residencies, just living life. But that's what I do. I just live life to the fullest, to the best. That's what the Raw Dogs do.
No, absolute superstars. And speaking of the other Raw Dogs, what is Tapia and Crow up to right now?
Well, Tapia and Crow, these guys not only do they play hard, but they also work hard. So if we're not wrestling or partying, we're going to the gym. We're working out. We're training with each one of others. We're training with ourselves, getting better, getting hungrier. People don't like to see like some of these other wrestlers. They like to see jacked raw dogs. That's what they want to see. So we're always working and we're always scheming. We're always planning. We're always 4 steps ahead. That's how we're always on top. We're always scheming.
Always. No, at any time one of you are in a match, you always got to look over your shoulder for the other two. Sometimes that bites. Yeah, you are a pack, but sometimes in a pack that kind of like bites you guys on your own rear end, don't you think? Like sometimes with all the interference and everything, maybe some distractions. Hey, no offense at all. I see that face.
Dude, I come here on your show and you're gonna disrespect.
No disrespect meant at all. Listen, Raw Dogs are on top.
We're always on top, and that's the thing.
Exactly.
We play the long game. We play the long game, okay? We're not those type of people that something doesn't go our way and we're pouty McPouty face and we're crying everywhere. Okay, we pick ourselves up and we go to the next one because it's all about the big picture. So yeah, sometimes it doesn't work our ways. So what? We keep moving, okay? Because we're still stars, we're still jacked, and we're still on top.
Right.
We got short-term memory here in the Raw Dogs. We're just like dogs.
Right. Hey, and to your guys' credit, the first team to pick up back-to-back wins in tag team actions against the Invoked. So the Raw Dogs, nothing to
Yo,
mess around with.
yo, the invoked, we live in their heads rent free. Rent free. Okay. We're the first people to beat them back to back. Those freaks. Okay. And you think they look crazy? Imagine having to smell them in the ring. It's honestly harder than wrestling the invoked is probably smelling the invoked. Oh my god, it's a rancid smell. It's a rancid smell, and it's hard to get off once we take showers. I'm like scrubbing
Right.
crazy. It's quite the accomplishment, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think Nvidia has social media. I don't think she's in that realm. So thankfully, she's probably not hearing you. But like, if she is, that's fair, Rojas Nvidia. I had nothing to do with that.
Uh,
That's the Raw Dogs.
nah, Nvidia knows what's up. Game respects game. I think I do avoid her at all costs whenever I see her.
Same here. When she walks
Yeah.
by me on commentary, I'm actually terrified.
Yeah. I stay far away, especially after winning. You stay pretty far.
Yeah, and just to get back onto focus here, let's talk about last week. You were at Havoc and Hayes, correct? Havoc and Hayes 2 this past weekend.
No. I was not there. I was holding down the fort, in South Florida. I'm not surprised that my boys put on another impressive performance.
Yeah, I mean the Raw Dogs. Anytime they step in that ring, you're just expecting the best because that's where you guys have. Once you got together, that's the caliber that we expect from you guys when we see Elliot Crow, Tapia, Fer Rojas.
It's a chemical reaction as soon as he put us together. We just gel so good, and we're hated. We're not liked. But I mean, come on. When you have three guys that are as good looking, as talented, as jacked, and as impressive inside and outside of the ring, dude, I'd boo that person too. Thankfully, I am that person.
Right.
A lot of people just don't understand what it is to have success and what it is to have true stars in the ring. You know what I mean? So, we don't blame them that they boo, or sometimes we don't get the reactions that I think we deserve. It's tough when you're trying to race a Ferrari and you're a 1972 Chevy Impala.
It's just hard to compare, It really is with the Raw Dogs. And I feel like you guys have even though I disagree with half the things you guys do in that ring, because I think you guys are so talented, you don't have to do. But listen. I do defend you guys from the old heads. The old heads, they see you guys and they see these three young guys that talk their talk, right? Gotta keep it PG. They talk their talk. They walk the walk, right? And they're not afraid to tell you. And it scares some of the old heads. And I'm on commentary, not with old heads, but with older gentlemen and Lou Reardon and Dan the Man Evans. And they don't like you guys. I'm gonna be straight up. And I feel like sometimes I gotta play devil's advocate a lot. So what do you have to say to all those old heads, all those naysayers about the Raw Dogs?
I mean, look, to all the old heads, there was probably a time where Lou and Dan were these young, hot, young guys, and the old heads were hating on them. It's normal. It's a cycle of life. That's why I don't take it personal, and that's how we always stay focused. Okay? Hate all you want. You cannot deny the fact that we are a top faction inside of CCW. Okay? It doesn't matter where we are, whether it's in Tampa, whether it's in Kissimmee, Doral, Hialeah. Doesn't matter where it is. The Raw Dogs are getting some of the top reactions night in and night out. And we're putting on hella performances. And we're just getting better. This group hasn't even been together for 6 months. And look at everything we've been able to do. Look at everybody we've been able to wrestle. Look at everybody that we've been able to embarrass in not even 6 months. The chicks, they're all over us. The cameras, they're all over us. No other wrestler can say that.
No, absolutely not. And right here, we got Coastal Championship Wrestling just roasting me, just going at me tonight.
I don't blame them.
Tyler looks so sad in the thumb. I was sad. I was by myself. Fer Rojas had to come in here and rescue me. Look, Jody, Miss Jody over here, she's saying, hey.
Shout out to
Jody.
Shout out to my girl.
She tunes in every week to Insider. Gotta
That's
love her. Gotta love her. And so let's talk about now, right? We talked about what you guys did in your past, what you guys are doing in the present. What does the future hold for the Raw Dogs? What are we looking at? Fair. What are we looking at for Raw Dogs?
well, we're looking at championships. We're looking at dubs. We're looking at success. We're looking at women, and we're looking at fame. It's written in the stars. Okay, there are some things that people dream about. There are some that people hope for, people shoot for. We don't got to shoot for anything because it's written in the stars. It's written. It's right there. I can see it. I see it every day when I wake up, and it's the last thing I see before I go to bed. It's a championship. It's one right there, real big. Don't care which one. We're eventually going to have all of them.
Hey, those are big dreams right there. But like you said, I think when the CCW fans later tonight, they go stargazing, they're going to see in the stars, Raw Dogs on top.
They're going to, that Casimir, that was really good. Yeah. And I live in a lot of haters' heads too. So they probably dream about me as well. Hopefully clothed.
Yeah, hopefully. So, but I mean, that future, it starts this weekend, Fair. And I got some cards right here. I would love to hear your opinion on them. I know you don't got all the time in the world, so we'll go to your matches first and go like that. But
I have to walk my dogs. But for you, Casimir, take some time.
I appreciate that. But before we get there, we're gonna throw it back. We're gonna show people how the Raw Dogs got on top. A little bit of the training that the Raw Dogs had to go to, because they got the best damn training in the world.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? It is 12 Gauge Paige Van Zant. And as you know, I just transitioned into pro wrestling. And I wouldn't go anywhere else in South Florida other than CCW, where I get to train with David Gangrel.
That's right, the CCW training facility. You know we were going to hit you with it. It's one of the best damn wrestling schools going. And I mean, I got Fair Rojas here who can speak to it. I mean, Fair, you want to talk about just top of the line. You got the Vampire Warrior, the legend himself, Gangrel, in there. Just train his students, giving back to this beautiful sport. You go in there a better person. You get to live your dreams.
I mean, right now I'm really killing myself because of my foot injury. I can't really be training as much as I try to heal up from it. But I wish I was there right now, especially because that's one of our opponents on Saturday. And I'm able to kind of get in his head a little bit. Gangrel, the legendary. Yes. But yeah, that's the place to be. I mean, if you want to be as good as the Raw Dogs, doubt you ever get there. But you want to give it a chance. You do want to give it your go. You want to give it your very best. I mean, CCW, one of the best training schools, I'd say, in the country. I mean, it's right there, and the results are pretty quick. It depends on how bad you want it. But yeah, if you definitely want to train, you got to go there. That's where I got my start. That's where I keep going to hone my craft. And hopefully, once my foot is better, and I'm able to walk regularly, I'll be there kicking ass once again. But yeah, definitely where you got to go.
Of course, like, you know, Kendrick said, they are not like us. You know, we are the top.
Definitely not like, yeah, no, definitely
not. But Fair, you did a perfect segue, because let's just jump into Rumble in the Jungle 4. Why not? Right? Doral, Tripping Animals. It's one of our hottest growing shows going right now. I mean, that crowd gets loud. You heard it firsthand. And let's jump right into your match. You alluded to it. Let me get it right here. Bang. Big 8-man tag team match. You got the Raw Dogs, Fair Rojas, Elliot Crow, and James Tapia teaming up with the Florida legend, Ricky Martinez. He's turned his back on South Florida. He has just shown his true colors, but they are going up against a dream team of sorts for CCW. You got the Golden Chileans, Ariel Levy, and Alan S2S Martinez. You got the fastest rising star probably in all of Florida and Domino. Then you got, like you alluded to earlier, the Vampire Warrior, the legend Gangrel in giant 8-man tag team match. What's the Raw Dog strategy going into this one?
I mean, I feel like we have an advantage because recently we've taken all these guys to the limit in either tag team or single fashion. You know, Elliot Crow has taken Gangrel to the limit. I faced S2S Martinez. I was this close to handing him an L. I faced Ariel Levy in tag competition and a singles competition as well. We've come very close every time. And every time it gets harder for the South American Alliance to squeak a win by us. You know, this is the thing. They're so hot and heavy that sometimes, you know, it's just in the back of their head. It's another match, and it's the back of their head. Another match, and it's in the back of their head. Not us. We study everything. So when I heard that they were going to put me in this match, which I don't agree with, I do not, especially after how they tried to embarrass us last month in Doral, I've got the scouting book. You see this? This is my scouting book. This is my scouting book. Look.
Always a student of the game.
I have notes. I have notes on all my opponents. I have notes on all the tag teams and what their weaknesses are and what I did wrong in the match and what they did wrong in the match and how I got to capitalize for next time. Do they have a game plan? No.
I'm not sure. They could, fair.
We do. Okay. And then we got the legend in Ricky Martinez, who I think has really become, I mean, he's always been right up there. Right? He's always been one of the top stars in CCW, but especially in this last year, I mean, he's absolutely unstoppable.
Yeah, horrible attitude, but, you know, unstoppable.
I think his attitude is perfect, and I think it's absolutely justified. Who the hell does Domino think he is? And he can walk in here and steal his limelight.
Right. And I was actually going to ask you that. How did this relationship between the Raw Dogs and Ricky Martinez, you know, kind of blossom into this tag team match?
An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
We're all four of us are incredibly good-looking athletes at the top of our game, okay? And we're tired of people rooting for the other side. I mean, it's kind of sad. And also, what a perfect mix. He's a Pitbull Sicario. A Pitbull. That's a dog.
Yeah, hey, it is a dog.
I mean, it's written in the stars.
But fair, I do have to ask. You always told me, you know, every Raw dog in their hearts got that dog in them, and you always said you were the pit bull. So I mean, is that going to be colliding, or are you going to maybe step into another dog that night? Let Ricky have the pit bull.
You know, no, he's the Pitbull Sicario. Hey, look, man, if that's what he has to do.
I hear the dogs. Like, the dogs are funny. They get hyped up.
You got them mad.
Oh, no, I didn't get mad.
Hey. If he needs to be a Pitbull that night in order to get this dub and embarrass all these losers there in Doral, then that's what we got to do. Okay? I could be a Pitbull, but I can also be, what's another? I can also be like a
German Shepherd.
Yeah,
German Shepherds. I mean,
you know what I mean? There's many dogs I can tap into in order to get to where I want to be. But one thing I can guarantee for Saturday is victory for the Raw Dogs. And we're going to howl all through the night as soon as we defeat those dweebs come Saturday.
Hey, I mean, you heard it here first, folks. Farrah Rojas saying Raw Dogs and Ricky Martinez going to get the big win at Rumble in the Jungle 4. And it does seem like you were talking about getting so close. This match right here, you could right all those wrongs. You forget so close. The Raw Dogs can push themselves, force everyone, and show them that they are on top by getting this huge win.
We get this win. And we're all the way at the top. Look, we got former champions on the other side. Like you said, Domino. I don't know why, but everyone just seems to love him. I don't see it. But you got to give it. You got to give it to him. He's a snake oil salesman. You got to give it to him.
I don't know about all that. Let's not throw out just accusations.
No. See, I've never understood why, but he does, and he's a hell of an athlete. So I got to give him props. Ariel Levy, former world champion. What else do you want me to say? Right. S2 Martinez, former tag champ, one of the best athletes we have on this roster. And again, Grell, can I say less? I mean, living legend.
Absolutely.
When we win on Saturday, like you said, we right those wrongs and we usher in a new era of CCW with the new guys, the new names, the fresh faces on top. It's going to be hard. but that's just how we like it.
Hey, Raw Dog's on top. And look at this. Actually, Domino dropping a comment here. I don't know if Fair, you wanna read this, respond to it.
Oye, perro sucio, I'll see you Saturday. Domino, I can't stand you. I can't stand you, Domino.
We already got beef. We got beef in Insider. I love it.
Don't
And
you
look at this.
Domino, don't you
There's just the fans representing with the few. Let's go CCW. Enough said. I can't agree more.
Oh yeah, go CCW. Domino, don't you ever send me a winky face emoji ever again. I swear to God. Don't you ever send me a winky face emoji ever again.
I don't know. He might send you another one just because of that. He might send you another winky face.
He better not. He better not. I got Domino's number. I've been scouting. I've been watching film. Domino, you better watch out. It's not going to be like how 6 or 7 months ago. Okay.
Right. And let's not forget Elliot Crow, one of the Raw Dogs. He got major beef with Domino. I mean, you saw that. I'm sure he talked to you about it. You saw that TV footage leak out. I mean, they were throwing hands.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you think I forgot about that? Huh? When you tried to gang up on my boy? And he's, Domino thinks he's so brilliant, he's so smart. He gangs up on him, and are there after we left. Oh, what a hero. What a hero. What a hero. If I would have been there, been a much different story. Been so.
Oh man, the Raw Dog is getting so intense. His internet can't even keep up with him. He's too raw for the internet right now. I mean, we lost him there. The dogs were going crazy in the background. We'll see if we can get Fair Rojas back. That was getting intense there. Do we got you back?
Hear me? I know.
We lost the Raw Dog. He was getting passionate there.
Can you hear me now, Casimir?
Yes, we can hear you now. And we can hear those Raw Dogs going crazy.
The dogs are going crazy. I'm sorry. Domino got me so riled up that I dropped my phone. And it kind of messed everything up.
I think the internet couldn't handle you right there. Your Wi-Fi, it just couldn't handle you.
The gigahertz cannot handle me right now.
Right. And Domino just sent you a kissing emoji.
Domino, no one sends me kissy face emoji other than my mom and my hot Venezuelan girlfriend. Watch yourself.
The stakes are big at Rumble the Jungle 4. I mean, what an 8-man tag team match. And Fair, while I have you here, I just want to hear a couple of your takes on some of these other matches here, because Rumble the Jungle 4 is stacked. Let's just go through a couple of these that really stick out. How about Jay Vidal taking on Fabu Andre, one half of the Heavenly Butterflies? Fair, I know you're pretty familiar with these guys. I mean, Jay Vidal, he's a freaking star right now in TNA Impact. He is killing it, and Fabu and the Heavenly Butterflies have made such a big impact here. I mean, the Heavenly Butterflies versus the Raw Dogs, that's something we could keep in mind. The Butterflies versus the Dogs. But right now, singles action for Rumble the Jungle 4. I mean, who do you like in that one?
Man, here's the thing. I love Fabu. I love seeing him in the ring. But Jay, we go way back. I'm going to have to go with Jay Vidal. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
It's hard not to go with him with just everything he's been doing. But Fabu, he's so eccentric. You never know what you're going to get with him. I mean, he could be flying around that ring like a butterfly. You never know.
He's very distracting. That is true. Very distracting.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Rumble the Jungle 4 announced, I believe, yesterday, our main event. The CCW heavyweight champion QT Marshall taking on the veteran of the game, Mike Reed. And here's a little fun fact for you, everybody. Mike Reed, actually one of the first people to be featured on AEW television and WWE television in the same week. The man is the Forbidden Door, but he will be taking on the CCW heavyweight champion QT Marshall. You know, Mike Reed, such a veteran of the game, over 20 years. I mean, the guy's been in AEW, WWE, you name it. He's been there. He's so dangerous. QT Marshall, though, on top of his game right now. I mean, Fair, who do you think in this one?
First of all, Mike Reed, I'm going to have to talk to your agents. You know what? I hope I hope it's a double count out and no one wins.
Wow. Double count out. Nobody wins. I mean, that is one hell of a prediction. I mean, that's something you could hope for.
Yeah.
We got
No. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if I broke up or not, but I hope it's a double count out, and I hope no one wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's one bold prediction. James Guy said Rojas just went Super Saiyan. I think you did. You went.
The dogs didn't like that. The dogs didn't like that, guy. They didn't like that.
Your internet didn't either, by the way.
Casimir
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. We're just saying the truth. We're having fun. We're having fun. And speaking of fun, let's look at Thursday Thunder tomorrow. Thursday Thunder 4. I mean, it's unbelievable, these shows that we run. It's just like we're already at 4 on Thursday Thunder. We're on 4 at Rumble in the Jungle. But tomorrow, I want to talk about this match with you. James Tapia taking on Alan S2S Martinez.
I mean, what more do you want me to say? Alan S2S is going to fly around from one side of the ring to another. He's strong. He's powerful. He threw me like it was no big deal. But I took him to the limit. And don't get me wrong, I'll be talking to Tapia before his match. He's equally as talented as Alan S2S Martinez. But obviously, I mean, Tapia's going to come out with the dub.
Yeah, Tapia, I think you could agree with this. The most no fun, no breaks, all gas guy in the Raw Dogs. I mean, he just screams in Spanish. I get scared. I don't even know what he's saying. And he goes out there and just dismantles people.
Oh, you're scared and you don't know what he's saying? I know exactly what he's saying, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
How about that? He is literally un perro. He is a dog. He is no mercy. Like you said, full throttle from beginning to end. He is honestly future world champion.
Yeah, but I mean, what an opportunity for him stepping in there like you had the opportunity to do against former cruiserweight champion Alan S2S Martinez, just a staple. And it just really will give him a taste of what Alan S2S Martinez is going to bring Saturday in that big 8-man tag match. So this really could be a big momentum swing for either man's team, whoever gets the dub.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a game of mental chess, you know. We're going to try to pick up on everything he does, but obviously we don't want to give too much because we don't want them to pick up on any of the stuff that we have planned for Saturday. So it's going to be interesting, right? Because I'm pretty sure both sides we're going to be watching very closely, especially to see what SOS has in store.
Right. And also a little tidbit, a little fun fact about you and S2S's match. First time I seen two competitors take a selfie together. Now, S2S did have you in a headlock while hitting you over the head and you were screaming stop. And you took a selfie at the Instagram post. I thought that was really cool when I was on commentary. You didn't think it was too cool.
No, it was not cool at all. It was not cool at all. Not what I had planned. I thought we were going to have a competitive wrestling match with a lot of holds. But this guy wants to throw me out of the ring and take selfies with me? I mean, bro, just say you're my fan. We could have taken one after the match. But of course, he wants to make it all about himself and take a picture in the middle of the match. Disrespectful to this art and disrespectful to this sport.
And maybe Tapia will avenge you tomorrow. You got to see it. Thursday Thunder 4. And also, let's talk about this one here on Thursday Thunder 4. Ozzy Killmeister just winning that Cruiserweight Championship last weekend. The most the most metal head in all of professional wrestling, taking on the Desperado Nick Turner in the CCW Cruiserweight Championship match. Big match here. Look at that beautiful new championship belt design, by the way. Who do you got here between the Desperado and the Macho Man, Ozzy Killmeister?
I got to give it to Ozzy Killmeister. He really deserves to have that title. And he really deserves to polish it up for me.
Right. I figured I was going to ask you, is that a title maybe you're eyeing here?
Should really polish it. It's cool. He can break it in for me. You know, it's a brand new belt. It's gold. It's shiny. You know, he can break it in for me, hold it for me, keep it nice and, clean, I got to go for Desperado. I mean, this guy, he can grapple. He can wrestle. He's a sneaky son of a gun too.
Legit black belt. I mean, he'll break your arm and beat you over the head with it.
I've seen him pop fingers like it's no big deal. And I will say, other than myself, he looks amazing in a poncho. So I will go for Desperado because guess what? A weaker Aussie Killmeister, just a better opportunity for me.
Absolutely. I mean that's going to be a banger of a match. Those guys have faced each other, and every time they do, it gets better and better. Now with the stakes of that cruiserweight championship, it's Ozzy Killmeister's first defense. Thursday Night Thunder 4, fans, you can't miss it. And of course, you can catch all these shows we're talking about if you go to ccwrestlingfl.com and
Hey,
get your tickets.
Casimir, what about my match on Thursday? You don't want to talk about my match?
I can't believe CCW management didn't provide me with a match graphic.
You didn't want. Okay, you know what? This
is CCW management. I'm putting the heat on them.
No. I'm gonna call my management, and we're gonna have to have a long chat. Okay? It's disrespectful. Well, look here, dweebs on the internet. I'm facing Aatrox. Okay, once member of Invoked. Now he's doing his own thing. He thinks he's like the Harry Styles of the Invoked. He wants to go solo now. Well, guess what, partner? You're not beating me. He's big. Wow. He's jacked. He looks like a house. But when it comes to brawn and brains always wins.
Hey, I mean, did you say that to Aatrox in person?
No, he's very big and very scary. I will
he
not.
Is. And now he could talk. I mean, where did that come from?
I mean, dude, I don't know how old he is, but I'm finally glad he learned how to talk. I wasn't shocked though.
And look at that. Like that. I went.
Oh, gun.
Look at that.
Oh, God. Look at that. I'll talk about me, not Aatrox. He looks frightening. Wow. Wow, he actually looks really scary. I'm actually kind of scared now. But I will find a way to win because I'm always on top. And because of the disrespect that you showed me, Casimir, I will now be logging off.
I apologize. That I just didn't get provide the graphics.
And nurse my foot, and then eat a great dinner with my hot girlfriend.
You enjoy yourself, fair, and I will see you tomorrow.
Best
of luck.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Casimir. CCW dweebs watching this right now, you're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fair Rojas, apologize again, Fair. We didn't have your graphic loaded up. And fans, Fair Rojas, he talked a big game. We will see if he can back it up. That's Thursday Night Thunder 4. You could get all your tickets at ccwrestlingfl.com. But first, we're going to go to a little commercial break to see where you can see the action if you're not there live.
Attention wrestling fans, the place to be each and every Tuesday is on the Coastal Championship Wrestling YouTube channel, where a new episode of CCW Alive Wrestling drops at 7 p.m. Witness the hard-hitting, high-flying action that is synonymous with the longest-running independent wrestling promotion in the southeastern United States. Subscribe today and don't you dare miss it.
That's right, CCW Alive TV. That's where you can catch us every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Catch Alive TV. It's free. It's the hardest hitting action from the last territory. You get to see all of our biggest shows uploaded on there. It's unbelievable, guys. You got to subscribe. You got to put on that little bell. You got to get notified because you don't want to miss an episode of Alive TV when it comes out. So far, we had Fair Rojas join us. Always a pleasure when he's on the show. And we talked about Rumble the Jungle 4 a little bit, which is this Saturday. We talked about Thursday Thunder a little bit, which is this Thursday. But let's talk about outside of Florida, because this Friday, we are going back to Nashville. That's right, the last territory taking over in Nashville once again with Battle of Nashville. That was Friday, May 17th at the Texas Troubadour Theater in Nashville, Tennessee, with an 8 o'clock start time. And man, you just look at those people on that poster and you're like, wow, this one is going to be crazy. Because let's take a look at this card. Announced today, Sophia Rose taking on the returning Freya the Slayer back in the last territory. Both these women have been killing it everywhere they go. Freya the Slayer, the powerhouse in this one. But ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Rose, she is tough as tough gets. And, I can't wait to see her in the last territory, battling Freya the Slayer. Both women making their names really right now in OVW, just battling out on the wrestling scene. And it's really going to be a test of that speed, agility versus that powerhouse and Freya the Slayer. And that's just a little bit of the taste of Battle of Nashville, because we're just going to keep on going with this. Look at that. Another member of the Raw Dogs and Elliot Crow taking on Hunter Drake in a first round match for that CCW Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. That's right. There's going to be a new championship unveiled for the last territory, that CCW Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. There's going to be a tournament to crown the winner, and you got Hunter Drake versus Elliot Crow. And fans, I'll be honest, I love this match. Elliot Crow, one of the more technical members of the Raw Dogs. He's been killing it in CCW as of late. He's trained at the CCW facility. He's trained in the New Japan dojo. He gets better every time you see him. When you see Elliot Crow on the cards now, you go, wow, I can't wait to see that match. And then you got Hunter Drake on the other side of that. And you haven't heard of Hunter Drake. He's literally been everywhere on the wrestling scene, just killing it in the independents. The guy is a high flyer as high flyer gets. He takes risks. He does not care. Him and Elliot Crow are going to go to battle, and they're going to see who can win that Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. And we're going to continue on this card with another first round match with Ozzy Killmeister versus Dylan McQueen. Man, want to talk about heavy hitting. Even though Ozzy Killmeister has dropped down in weight for that Cruiserweight Championship, he still has that most metal head in all of professional wrestling, taking on Dylan McQueen, which is the big zaddy of pro wrestling. McQueen has been killing it everywhere as well on the independents, really making a name for himself. And this is going to be a hard-hitting affair. I think that's what's so cool about these Nashville shows. We send some of CCW's best talent and go out there and challenge the up-and-comers, the stars of the independent scene, and really put to test the grit of the last territory. And it's just a beautiful show there in Nashville. And we're having a tournament to decide a new champion. You can't have anything better. And Dylan McQueen, he's going to have to bring the fight to Ozzy Killmeister, because Killmeister's fired up after winning that Cruiserweight Championship. And going on from there, we got Jaden Newman versus LG3. LG3 has been on our previous Nashville shows. He is a hard worker, as hard worker gets. He has been coming up short, but every time he goes out there and performs, he's been impressive, I should say. But Jaden Newman, man, if you have seen this guy, he has all the ability in the ring, but he wrestles usually a death match style. We're talking no ropes. We're talking chain matches. We're talking about nasty stuff. Jaden Newman is a sick man. And I feel bad for LG3 in this one, but you never can count LG3 out. That's also going to be a good one. That's another match in this tournament. I mean, what a tournament to crown this new Tennessee champion. And I'm going to check right here, make sure all our tournament matches are there. And right here, this one I got QT Marshall versus Colby Carter for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. QT's got a busy weekend in front of him, and he starts it with Colby Carter. And this is literally Colby Carter carrying Nashville when it comes to the last territory. He is the man of Nashville, and then taking on QT Marshall, who has been the man of CCW in the last year. QT Marshall and Colby Carter are going to go to war, fans. It's going to be an unbelievable show. Johnny B. Good saying Ozzy 2 belts, perhaps. He could do it. Winning that Cruiserweight Championship might propel him to this Tennessee Heavyweight Championship, Johnny. We never know with Ozzy. And, I mean, this is just an unbelievable show. A show you can't miss if you're in the Nashville area. I know personally, I wish I could go there and watch that show. It is going to be unbelievable. And like I said, the last territory, we just keep rolling on. Show after show. We've already taken over Florida, so let's go and take over Nashville. It is just unbelievable time to be a fan of the last territory. And again, if you want to get tickets for any of these shows, you got to go to ccwrestlingfl.com to get your tickets. We got a stacked weekend with Thursday Night Thunder tomorrow, then Friday, Battle of Nashville. We're going to have that tournament to crown the new Tennessee heavyweight champion. Then Saturday, we're back in one of the hottest shows we got, Rumble in the Jungle 4, with that stacked card. You know, the Raw Dogs are all over these 3 shows. So you're going to see more Fer Rojas all throughout this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. You're going to have tons of fun. It is the last territory. We got the best wrestling in Florida, the hardest hitting action. And fans, with that, I mean, I had a solo dolo it there at the end. I want to thank Fer Rojas again for coming in, saving the day. And fans, for that, I've been Tyler Cashmere. This has been CCW Insider. We got a giant weekend. I got to start getting ready. I got to go get my suit. I got commentary to do tomorrow. Fans, we'll see you next week.
You have been watching CCW Insider, produced by Minutes to Bell Time in association with Coastal Championship Wrestling.